So at BestX, what we do is we essentially take clients' trades and help them assess the quality of their execution. Now, how you define quality can be very subjective and can be very unique to each individual client. So the reason we then need deeper insights is you then need to be taking a multitude of different data points and synthesizing it into a very clear and simplistic way of evaluating their trading. And so with that complexity comes the ability to then see everything in one space, right, in a very timely manner. And you don't want that to be a long batch duration process, right? And so part of it is taking all of that insights from one data point and synthesizing it with multiple different views and highly complex data sets to get to a simplistic answer. And so you need tool sets that help you do that. The reason BestX has historically used KX is when we started out, it was very much an FX shop. And with FX, you have a very sort of defined number of currency pairs that clients are typically going to use. But as we expanded our asset class coverage and the number of clients that we had, you then need to find a partner that allows you to scale in a very vectorized way, right? In terms of how many clients you have without any latency, how many data sets you have without any latency, and actually one singular view into your trading performance, regardless of which asset class you do. And so KX very quickly became the ideal solution for that because it allowed us to store the data on the client side in a very unified and simplistic and economical way of doing that, but across different asset classes. And the other piece is that you don't necessarily know if you're going to do a long data query or a short data query based on the type of tool that BestX is. BestX, again, is helping you assess your trading activity. You might do that every day. You might do a review back on a month. You might be looking at an entire year. And therefore, the ease of getting that data out quickly has to be scalable depending on what query you're doing. It's not the same repetitive query that you're doing every day. And so I think part of it, working with KX, has been the ability for them to see us how we're growing and how we're adapting our styles, and they've partnered with us in all of those ways, right? And I think they've continuously adapted their toolkits, their tool sets, and done these health checks and different deep discussions to understand how we're evolving and how can they help us in our growth as well and be as most efficient as we can together. Part of the challenge with regulations always is people's interpretation and tolerance to regulations is always unique to them. Right, and so what we do is we're very much a tool to allow them to meet their regulatory obligations without dictating what those regulatory obligations are. And so having the ability to display, interrogate, and provide analytics on their data allows them then to feel comfortable on how they're meeting their regulatory obligations. But what we've done, primarily through the way that we've built the product, is that it's adaptable to the evolving nature of those regulatory obligations. And so when you think about it from a very simplistic way, if you have all of your trading data in one location that you're able to then pull, and you have the right data associated with that trade, if the regulatory landscape evolves and what you require evolves, if it's already in a very easy to obtain and extractable database and a viewpoint of how to extract the shape of the trade, then anything else you need to report in the future or evaluate on that trade is easy to be done, right? And I think the key is building a foundational layer in your application that allows you to continue to build on top of that in a very simplistic way and a very efficient way. I think is what we found working with KX and how we built BestX as a whole, is that clients are going to evolve, as you see with the advent of AI and how they're going to interrogate probably the historical nature of their trading. You're going to have that with a very clear, transparent, efficient way of seeing data. And that's what we found as part of this partnership.